Okay, so welcome back, and on this tutorial I'm going to talk about how to add and remove a column from a database using Fluent Migrations. So just for some context, right now I simply have a to-dos table with columns of ID and title, and I want to add a column called completed, a Boolean value called completed. So I'm going to start off by just adding the property to the model, and adding it to the initializer there. And so then I will do the migration. So here I have created a struct add completed to to-dos, which conforms to the migration protocol. To properly conform to the migration protocol, you will need three things. Declare which database that you're going to use for the migration, and then implement the prepare and revert methods. So here is where we will be adding the column. So let's do return database dot update, pass in our to-do model, to-do.self, pass in the connection, and then the closure will give us a schema updater. And so we will use that. Try updater.field. So we will initialize our column with a Postgres column type, which we will initialize with a Postgres data type. Postgres data type, this is just an enum, so you can just choose which data type you would like. The underscore here, that means that it's an array. So for example, this is an array of pools. This is an array of timestamps. For me, I just want bool values, so I'll choose this. Then pass in the key path to do.completed. Set is optional to false. However, if you are creating a column in a database, if you're creating a column in a table which already has data, is optional, must be set to true, because then otherwise when you initially create the column, there will be a bunch of null values. However, I don't have any data in the database, so I can set it to false. And then we just need to run this migration. So add completed to to-dos. We will add it to our migrations in configure.swift. Migrations.add, add completed to to-dos.self. So then we can run the migrations. Okay, migration's complete. So now if we look at the columns, you'll see that there is a completed column. And so if we're removing it, it's actually pretty simple. We'll just use struct here. So we'll create another struct called remove completed from to-dos. And it's very similar to our implementation up here, except instead we will just do updater.remove field, and then pass in the key path for here. There's also a way to do this with the revert function as well. However, I'll be covering that in the next tutorial. However, this method as well works just fine for removing a column. So we will just add this to our migrations. Stop and run again. So migration is complete, and now if we go back and look at the columns, we will see that there is no more completed column there, just ID and title. So that is how you add and remove columns from a database using Fluent Migrations.